What's up, YouTube? Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Just got back off of vacation, and the last video I put up was a deep sea fishing charter trip that myself, my father-in-law, and my two brother-in-laws took, and we caught a bunch of fish, but only a few made the video. So while I was down there, and even since I've been home, I've gotten messages over social media, my Instagram and Facebook and whatnot, about what knots that I use. I use the Palomar Knot. I use my version of the double improved clinch knot. I've been told that's what it is. And then I use an FG knot to tie a leader to braid. With that being said, let's jump right to it and we'll go to the Palomar Knot. Alright, so here we go with the Palomar Knot. This is just a Mustad 4/0 hook. And what I've got is, this is 12-pound monofilament. Like I said, they say not to tie a Palomar knot with fluorocarbon, so might as well be as realistic as possible. So what we're going to do is, the first part of this knot is you're going to take your line, you go through your eye, and then back through, and you're going to create a loop, okay? And pull quite a bit, depending on if this is a hook or if this is a jerk bait or a chatter bait or whatever you're going to be using. You need to make this loop, big enough to where it can pass over the bait. So with just using a hook, it doesn't have to be that big of a deal. So we're going to pull quite a bit of loop out there. Now, what you do is you just take your tag end, hold it against your line, and grab your loop. Okay, just like that. Now you're just simply going to tie an overhand knot over your tag and your line, your main line. Okay, and you're going to pull that through. Now you've got a big loop and you got a smaller tag. Hold on to your tag and gently pull down, but don't cinch it all the way up. Now you've got this larger loop. You're going to flip your bait through it, or your hook through it. Okay, like this. And at this point is where you would want to wet your line. I'm not going to do it. But you would want to wet it. Okay, and we'll just kind of switch hands here. So now you're going to pull your tag, pull it down, like so, and then grab your main line, give it a tug. There you have it. That's the Palomar Knot. The second knot that I use, which is my version of the double improved clinch knot. A few more steps involved. And I'll do my best to explain it as I go. This is definitely a step up from the Palomar, but it's very effective. It can be used on monofilament, fluorocarbon, braid, anything you want to tie. You can use this version of the double improved clinch knot. All right, and here we go with the Johnathan version of the double improved clinch knot. So we're going to take our hook and we're going to make a loop that passes through the eye and then back through. Okay, now this is where it changes. You're going to hold the loop, pull your tag in, hold your bait, be it a hook or whatever, in your hand. You're going to pull your tag in and pass the loop off to your thumb on your left hand. So now you're holding the loop just like so. Okay, and it helps to have a little tension on the bait. So now we've got the loop in the left hand, and this is our tag end here. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab this loop with I've got the tag end between my first finger and thumb. I'm going to grab the loop through my middle finger. Okay, so now I've got every line just with my right hand. Now I'm going to start circling the main line with this loop. I'm going to do it 5 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now when we come back through, hold the loop and the line just like that. Okay, and you're going to take your tag end forget which end it's, you don't want to cross it over. Okay. Take your tag in and come in from the back side of the loop, just like this. Okay. Then you're going to grab your tag end and take your middle finger and put it through the loop that you just made by coming through and pull, just like that. Okay. Now at this point you're going to flip your bait through this main loop here. So I'm going to flip the hook through, just like that. And that's what we have there. Now this one I will wet because it is important to cinch this down right. So give me just a second. Okay, I've got that wet. Now I'm going to slowly pull my tag as I release the loop. Slowly pull, and you can see it starting to draw on itself. Okay. Keep pulling, keep pulling. Now typically your line will usually tangle on itself. Just let go of it. It's fine to let go of it. Find your end or your tag end. Slowly pull it down. Like so. Once it's almost completely cinched, you grab your main line, kind of like you did with the Palomar knot. Grab your main line and pull. And there you have it. Folks, I'm going to tell you what. I've been fishing a long time. I have never, ever had this knot break. Ever. That is my version of the double improved clinch knot. And I hope I was able to adequately show you how to tie that, because it is a super knot to tie. The next knot we're going to tie, the last knot, is what I use to tie my leader line to my braid, and it's called the FG knot. It takes both hands in your mouth to tie this one, so I'm going to do the best I can to talk through it, but there's other videos on YouTube that you can look up. Just search the FG knot. There's one guy that's a salt fisherman that does a really good version, or video rather, of the FG knot. So we'll give it my best shot. So here goes the FG knot. So what we've got, this is 30-pound power braid. This is what I use. And we've got 17-pound fluorocarbon. Okay, that's what we're going to use as our leader. So the first thing you want to do when you're doing this out in the boat or wherever, the best way, you've got to keep tension on your braid. So the best way to do that is just pull enough out of the end of your rod and lay your rod over to where it's laying beside you, and then you're pulling the line up towards you, and you put your foot on your rod. That lets you, kind of keep how much tension you want on it. But for this scenario, I've got it tied to the chair over here. So we're going to start off with, we're going to put this end in our mouth and hold it with your teeth. Okay, like this. Alright, now we're going to take the fluorocarbon or your leader, and we're going to lay it across the braid like this. Okay, I usually go out, I don't know, 10 or 12 inches where I can see it, because my vision is not that good anymore. It's kind of blurry. So I'll go out about 10 or 12 inches, lay the leader across, and then I'm going to pinch the two together. Okay, so it kind of makes a little T. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make 20 loops to the front and then to the rear. So we're going to do 10 to the front, 10 to the rear. Okay, and here we go. Under, pull, and grab. That's one. Under, pull, grab. That's two. We're going to do that 8 more times each. 18, 19, 20. Okay? Now you can let the tension off. Okay, this is what you have. Now you're going to take your, which was your leader that you laid over the braid when you first started, and just kind of lay it parallel with your main line, your braid that's going up to the end of your rod. Okay, then you take your tag end of your braid and you're going to make an overhand loop knot, or a simple overhand knot that goes over the leader and the main line. Okay, what this is going to do is cinch this knot up. Pull it down. Okay, and pull. Okay, you can kind of see that. That's tight, folks. All right, now we're going to take, now I don't have my braid scissors, good old KitchenAid, but you want to clip your leader line as close to that knot as possible without nicking the braid. Okay. Okay, now where you cut this, what was left of your fluorocarbon leader, there's a little burr, you know, that could hang up in an eye as it's coming through. So you take the tag of your main line of your braid and do an overhand knot. Let me get back up here where you can see it. This goes up to the rod. Here's our leader. Going to do an overhand, pull, and then do another overhand the opposite way. That one I went over the top. This one I'm going to come under and pull. And folks, there is your FG knot. At this point you can clip your braid off. Well, KitchenAid do pretty good on that braid, except fraying it all to pieces. But there you have it. I don't know if this camera can zoom in on this or not. Try to hold it against my shirt or something where you can see it. But you can see that knot is just slim as it can be. There's no problem with that passing through your eyes on your rod. And same scenario as a double improved clinch knot. I've never had the FG knot pull loose. That is essentially what I use when I go fishing. So depending on the bait, those are my knots that I use. Stay tuned, like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here and get to bed. I appreciate y'all watching again, and we'll see you again from the water sometime. I'm Johnathan, and I'm out. We'll see you.